Sapiophile. Noun. One who is attracted to intelligence. Join us, three fun-loving lovers of knowledge who are ready to dig into your favorite topics with our very own nerdy diatribes, words of wisdom, and takes on life as millennials. Welcome to the Sapio Files. Hello. Okay, we are now recording.
Excellent.
Welcome to Girls' Night.
With pizza and wings and wine.
Peach-flavored wine.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget the sweet potato fries.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're up here in Massachusetts at Kayla's house.
Yeah.
This is Marissa, and Chelsea is here as well, and we are having a fabulous time.
And I'm Kayla, so, yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
We all know who everybody is.
So, I'm Kayla. I am one of this amazing trio of people at the table right now, eating tons of stuff and drinking wonderful wine. We all met at Marist College.
In Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yes. So I guess like on these podcasts, I'll be talking about a number of different topics, but I was an English major in college and I went to Ireland for my master's degree. So I do love Ireland and I love traveling. I currently work for a university in Ireland, which is pretty amazing. So I get to travel for my job. You know, travel not just around the US, but also to Ireland once a year, and then I head to England, and I've gone to Iceland and Canada. But yeah, anyways, I also love to ski. I love running. I'm doing a half marathon this summer. I run Spartan races, one of which I'm doing in May, which is kind of terrifying because I don't think I'm prepared for it at the moment, but we'll wing it. Gotta count an adrenaline there. Mm-hmm. I sing in church choir. I'm a Gryffindor. I'm a Taurus. I enjoy long walks on the beach. No, I mean, I do, but I prefer boogie boarding. But anyway, who wants to go next?
Awesome. I'll go. All right. So hello, I'm Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi. Oh, I didn't realize this was one of those meetings. Okay. So I am a reading specialist currently. So I've been working in special ed for the past 7 years. And now I work with kids on literacy, love literature, all kinds of analyzing different kinds of fiction, where things came from. I'm also a huge musical theater nerd.
Thanks.
So anything musical, anything relating to actors and singing, love it. I do sing and perform myself sometimes. It's fantastic when I get the chance to do that. Also love skiing, animals. What else do I love?
Long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach.
Pina coladas, getting caught in the rain.
All of those things.
I can't have pina coladas.
No, remember we made this up a long time ago. No, it's not pina coladas. We like Pinot and Coladas.
Yeah.
That's more us. We like Pinot and Coladas and getting caught in terrain because we're skiers.
Yes.
Woo! So this is our rendition of this. It's not pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Although, I enjoy a good pina colada. Pinot because, wine.
Yes.
And coladas
FYI.
because, Ireland, amazing. Mm-hmm. And getting caught in terrain.
And just in case anybody is wondering, Kayla's deathly allergic to pineapples, so that's why.
That's why she can't have pina coladas, but I'll have them for her. It'll all be good.
And so will I, so it's, works out.
Fantastic. So, yeah, so I guess the rest about me, that's most of my main things. I'm also just really into, psych, and I'm a total nerd. I'm a Ravenclaw. So, I'm definitely a nerd. I like to research different topics, and I'm known to say fun fact a lot, so I'm sure you'll hear that. All right.
Marissa.
So, best for last, no, I'm kidding. Hey, I'm Marissa. I am the baby of the group. I was a political science major.
Baby by a year.
At Marist College. I also worked at the Marist Institute of Public Opinion when I was there.
Oh.
And I enjoyed my time doing
Marist
that.
polls are,
the Marist
pretty
polls.
famous.
I was the person who called you up at dinner time and asked you to do a survey, and,
You better have answered her call.
Yeah.
Marist polls know what's up.
Yep. I also enjoy traveling. I had the opportunity to study abroad at the London School of Economics and Political Science. and I had an internship with a member of parliament, so that was really cool. After I graduated, I spent the first 5 years in my career in government and politics, working for various elected officials. And then I decided that that kind of wasn't for me because it's a very, how shall I say, nasty dog-eat-dog world. And if you know me, I'm a nice person. I'm not entirely cut out for that. So I think there's ways to affect change, but not necessarily having to be an elected official's punching bag. So I am now working at my county's health department. I'm an administrative assistant. It's a civil service job. I'm very happy. I love the people I work with. And I have a life now because at my former job, I was just like always having to do political stuff all the
Cheers
time.
to having a life, man.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
cheers to having a life.
Woo.
So some of my hobbies, I love cooking, eating, baking, being Italian.
Yes, yes.
I'm always either eating, cooking, or thinking about what I'm going to eat next.
I'm into cooking lately, too. Yeah.
I love gardening. During the summer, I plant a vegetable garden, and that's one of my greatest hobbies. I also crochet. I read. I love just hanging out with my friends. I like to sing. Oh, I should.
We
also
all like
mention
to sing.
we all
Oh, yeah,
we have a music background, and that's
We're all,
kind of how we
we're all
met.
singers.
So Kayla and I were in band together.
Mm-hmm.
She plays saxophone, I play flute, and we were also in the band sorority together. Chelsea and Kayla were in singers together, so that's how they
Singer
met.
scholarship kids. Yeah.
And Chelsea also
Woo!
does theater. So
Yeah. So a lot of singing.
Yeah.
I've done like different kinds of performances and voice lessons and written music and stuff too. Yeah.
So we all have that music background, and once
So
I
we-
have some time, I'm gonna start taking guitar lessons because that's my next hobby. So yeah.
Excellent.
So I think now that you guys know enough about us, I think we can go back to talking about random topics.
Yes, it was more of something just to pose out into the open for the general population of the room as well as any listeners to ponder over. Just that it's difficult to date in today's society with the internet, and I feel like
Yes.
with like something that brings people together and everything, it also can be such a source of relationship turmoil. I can't talk.
Relationship turmoil, yes.
Because like everybody checks everybody's Instagrams and Facebooks and
Adds stress and
texts
anxiety.
and, like it just is a whole new level.
And
of
like, oh, did they
relationship
snap me
drama.
today?
Yeah.
So much drama.
So much drama.
It's like too much connectivity. It's like spend that time in person. You waste time going online, going on Facebook, Instagram, when you could be spending that time doing something together in person.
You should be.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're all guilty of it.
And what really annoys me is when you go out to dinner, whether it's a date or not, or just with friends or family, people always have their cell phones on the table.
Right.
I'm like, that is so rude.
Big
Put your
red
phone
flag.
away. I mean, if you have an emergency, okay, but you're spending time with that person,
It's how you know a date is going well. They don't look at their phone.
and just be there in the moment. Don't be checking your phone every 5 seconds. That's the rudest thing, I think.
Yeah, what else? I was going to say something. You said something and it sparked something in my brain, and of course it disappeared. If any of you know me, you know that I can talk in a circular fashion, and sometimes things just like come out of my brain and come into my brain, and
You have fabulous circumlocution. I love it.
thank you. Your phone just did something.
I don't want to rate this app. I just want to keep recording on it.
I know, right? And we're back to
Okay,
technology.
and that. Why do all the apps need you to rate them? I mean, I get it. All right, fine. They want more people to download them, but they always interrupt things. Like, why
know.
can't that be like a separate feature of it? Like after you complete something, it
Or you
says
close
like
the app.
when you
Because
close it, like how was your experience using the app this time? Don't interrupt my recording. Come on, man.
One sure way to get a fast way to get a bad rating.
Oh no, Marissa was saying before that people are so obsessed with like putting things on Facebook, and it's almost like I work with a lot of college students, and
Yeah.
the way that they speak with me, it's almost as if the thing that they're doing, whether it's their relationship or otherwise, doesn't exist until it's on Facebook or Instagram.
Right, but then
Which
what
is
about all the
ridiculous.
time that you have together?
Yeah,
Like
So-
all of that counts for something. I mean, I feel like that's the most important part.
yeah.
Like, are you spending time with the person? Like, who cares what Facebook knows?
The younger generation, younger than us, not the millennials.
The iGens.
Yes. Their reality is the cyber world. That's what they place their highest priority. And it's
We're guilty
how
of
many
it. We're guilty
followers
of
do
it
they
to an
have? How many
extent,
likes
but
do they have?
more
How many
than real.
Instagram, posts and
They also have never grown up having not the internet.
without technology.
Thank you. Having not the internet. I was an English major, guys.
She wrote a book.
It's very
Check
good.
it out. Someone else's shoes on
Okay.
Amazon.
Plug Someone Else's Shoes by Kayla Provost.
Kayla and Provost.
Kayla, Caela.
It's available on Amazon.
Yes.
Amazon and
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. Anyway, very good book. Anyway, okay. So,
So English major. Continue.
As I take a bite of chicken.
We're all eating chicken, man.
and drinking wine.
No, I was saying that these kids are the generation that they grew up only knowing technology. So like they never knew a world. Like I feel like when we were younger, the internet was just starting to become a big thing. Like we had dial-up where we had to like wait for a time when our parents weren't
You've
going
got mail.
to use the telephone because if you were on the internet, the phone wouldn't work. And we had America Online Instant Messenger, and that was like.
Oh god, AIM, when you're away status, and that was such a thing.
Wait, who still remembers their AIM screen name?
Oh, mine was.
Oh my god. Yep.
Yep.
Mine wasn't even creative.
Mine was just weird.
Yeah. Mine was weird too.
Mine was literally a C, and then Caela 16, because at that point I wanted to be 16 years old.
I remember that. It was like, Kayla.
I was like, Kayla. I didn't mean to do.
Kayla.
But yeah, I wanted to be 16, like the Sound of Music song.
Oh, yeah. The Sound of Music.
I did not want to date a Nazi.
Can I just say that that's my favorite movie? In case,
Wait, but the
you
original.
guys didn't know that.
Correct.
The one with Julie Andrews, the one that won Best Picture in
Not
1965.
Carrie Underwood. Oh my god, okay.
No, ew.
So,
Julie Andrews.
I love Julie Andrews. I'm sorry, I have a whole rant on Carrie Underwood in that movie.
We're not talking about Carrie Underwood. We're talking about how amazing Julie Andrews is. And
Oh, she's amazing in
She
everything.
is. She's totally amazing.
In
She's
The Sound of
beautiful.
Music.
She's beautiful and classy and has a beautiful voice. The thing with Carrie Underwood in that part, we're just going. We're going with what's happening here.
Can we all just like burst into song right now?
We will in a minute, probably. I'm sure another bottle of wine in will be all singing. Okay, so the thing with Carrie Underwood is just because you can belt those notes doesn't mean you should, honey. Okay? I love Carrie Underwood as a country singer. Do not get me wrong.
She was
Her
really
country
good
stuff,
at
her country stuff is beautiful. Yeah.
the ACM Awards. You guys see that? She was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But like, Sound of Music is not like belty pop country. It's not like high on a hill is a lonely goat herd. Like that's not how you sing it. Just because you can belt it doesn't
Well, I
mean you
refuse
should.
to watch it.
Oh, good. They have gotten so much better at live musicals, by the way. All the more recent ones are just amazing.
Not to
Jesus,
mention-
Jesus Christ Superstar recently,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Who was the Mother Abbess in that one?
Oh, she was the one great part
great.
of it.
was-
Audra
so was-
McDonald.
Oh,
So
yeah,
was,
she's really good.
So was
Oh, Laura Benanti.
Laura Benanti was in it.
Laura Benanti and Audra McDonald did give credibility to that. And fun fact,
Oh, and
oh, you go first, and then I'll go
Emmett
mine.
from Legally Blonde was in it.
Christian Borle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good.
Okay, so yes, they were great. Fun fact about Laura Benanti. By the way, she's from New Jersey. Represent. Anyway, she did play Maria on Broadway during one of the runs of it. She wasn't an original, but she did play it at one point. And then they cast her in the movie as Elsa, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I feel like coming off of playing that and then playing a different part and seeing like the trouble that everyone was like, well, no, give her a break. She's a country singer, and she wasn't able to really do that style. Laura Benanti, within a year, showed up on Nashville, which I actually haven't seen Nashville recently. I'm not up to date
I've
with
never
it.
watched it.
Oh.
It's really interesting. I need to catch up on it. It has a lot of original country songs, and it's like a soap opera built around these original country songs and these country singers living in Nashville. So she shows up on Nashville, nails the country, which is
Good for her.
what I'm saying. I mean, the best singers can switch styles, and I feel like with the right training, you should be able to switch styles. You know, you sing in a different part of your mouth, you push the sound into a different way. Anyway, that's my little singing rant for today. But NBC has gotten so much better at their live musicals. That was the first one. When was that? 2012? Long time ago, something
No,
like that.
didn't they do Hairspray first? Wasn't that the
No, Hairspray was a couple
Hairspray
years
was
in.
After Peter Pan.
Hairspray was like year 3
What
or
was
4.
the first one?
Sound of Music.
Music.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hairspray was good.
Hairspray, by the time they got to Hairspray, they were doing a
Grease
good
was
job.
really good. But that was Fox.
Grease was Fox. Well, Grease was good. I like that they threw in some of Julianne Hough's dance.
Oh, yeah.
That cheerleading sequence was not in the original at all, but she killed it. Props to the choreographer on that for not making it like dancery dance, even though she is like a beautiful regular dancer. They did the appropriate style for like cheerleading dance, which is a different thing. And I don't like when shows have cheerleaders that are not being cheerleaders, that they're not doing it correctly, and they did it really well. So, yay.
And it's now 9:25 p.m. and we are down 1 bottle of wine. Woo!
Woo!
We go.
I'm not shocked.
Well, no.
We got 3 more here. All right. Woo.
Woo! Woo!
Woo. Like, I mean, I know this sounds like we're opening so much wine, but this is a random girls' night, and really...
We're celebrating our birthdays, too.
Yeah, well, 2 of us, you keep reminding us that you're the youngin', but two of us are just about 30. Which I'm excited, because I think that the 30s are going to be epic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the 30s are going to be awesome. All the high fives are happening, sorry. Yeah, because the 20s are a lot about what you are trying to figure out about yourself, what you don't know, what you are insecure about or trying to understand. And I feel like the 30s are going to be good for us because, you know, we're a little more settled. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm happier by far than I was at 20. So, I mean,
so much I feel like I'm so much better.
You are.
Like,
we're all better.
Like
I'm happy, too, now that I have a new job and everything. But still, I don't know.
I thought you were going to say now that I have more wine.
Yeah, more wine always makes everything better, too. But honestly, I will still say I still feel a little lost that I don't know what direction I want to go. I don't know if I want to make a career out of this place because,
well,
you know.
I think life is all about reinventing yourself as you go.
I'm thinking about going for a master's, but I'm not sure what
You should.
I want that in.
Take some time and think about it. You know,
Yeah,
you're not in a
I'm
rush.
starting to look at programs.
Yeah.
Probably online programs.
and I think something like you touched on it, like you made a comment, but I think that Chelsea just said that life is all about reinventing yourself, and I think that I think that too many times life and the media and just general things push us to believe that we have to be one thing, and that's the thing you have to be for the rest of your life. And I think that is something that's an archaic way of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you ask an 18-year-old to pick
Yeah.
what they're going to do.
And, like, who knows where you're going to end up?
Like, both of my parents, like, their generation, and granted they're a great deal older than me, you know, they worked at the same company for their whole lives, the 2 of them. You know, they didn't go out and do anything else.
I think life's too short to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you to pass me a piece of pizza.
Oh, yeah, totally. All right, so we're
Pizza's
having more
good.
pizza. Pizza break.
No,
Nito?
I mean, I would...
Small piece, though.
Yeah, same.
Smallest one there.
Fine, give her the smallest one. I'll take the other one.
This one's fine?
I don't care.
I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, jobs.
Something
and
about
such.
jobs and reinventing yourself, and yeah.
No, just that there is, and I feel like the pressure of cookery is even starting with kids at a younger age too. Because I feel like even something as, and I promise I have a point, listeners, I told you I talk in a circular fashion, but like when I was younger, I went to Maine in the summers. I was a counselor at a summer camp, and I mean like a summer camp, like Parent Trap style summer camp, where it was just swimming and boating and land sports and crafts, and it wasn't like summer camp when you're 5 years old to get you to hone soccer skills that you're not going to use until college. Maybe you might not even get a scholarship. I feel like kids these days are in these camps, like even in the summertime, starting at like age 6 for like field hockey and cheerleading and swimming, and it's like all
boot
of them
camp,
are
right?
Yeah, what?
Like boot camp.
Like boot camp for kids, but like, and I feel like
I always was in those kinds.
And I feel like there's always like if you do love something, like if you're in high school and you really love a sport, or if you're in middle school and you really like something, that's all well and good. But when you're a little kid, like, how do you know if you're going to be like a Michael Phelps style swimmer then? Like, or like,
yeah,
I think it's their parents'
so
dream.
There's so much pressure on these kids.
Yeah, it's like, you must do this, you must be the best. You must.
Well, I think anybody who's like an Olympian or like any type of serious, like hardcore, amazing at their skill, it's more the parents' dream because you have to have started it before you knew what you wanted in order to get that good. If you wait till you know what you want, like let's say like I decide I want to be an Olympic gymnast. Well, if I don't decide that until I'm 16, it's too late.
Yeah.
So,
and I hate that. I mean, 16 is still young. You have
it is, and for most jobs, it's not too late. But certain things like that, like people who do that, that's got to be your parents' dream.
But like I feel like I don't know. There's this pressure throughout the world. I'll even like dare to say for people to just be at a certain level all the time. And the media perpetuates it, and socialism. Whoa,
social media.
Social media perpetuates this too, and I think that's also why you have a lot of serious issues with young people having a lot of like depression, anxiety,
mental health problems. Absolutely.
And not that they wouldn't have had those already, but I think it perpetuates the cycle of like.
It can certainly trigger it and make it worse. So, absolutely.
Because, really like Instagram and Facebook, it's like you're posting your greatest hits. Nobody's posting on Facebook. I mean, unless you're a whiner, like, don't do this.
I mean, there are those whiners.
There are those whiners, but nobody, I'll say like 90% of the people on Facebook aren't being like, and then today,
such a terrible day.
I tripped over my shoelaces, and then I hit my face, and now I have a scratch on my elbow too. And then like
I was late to work.
Like nobody's saying that. Like people post the pictures that they've like just got out of the shower, but you really didn't. You like put makeup on, like,
and they filtered it, and it's like hashtag no filter, but really filter.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Hashtag lying.
Can I just say that?
Hashtag aren't I so pretty?
Young kids and my teacher friends have told me this.
Mm-hmm.
They see that sign and they think it's a hashtag sign. They don't know that it can be a number sign also.
Yeah. Oh, totally. No, I work with kids all the time.
My friend, she was telling me it was during a math lesson and they were like, why is the hashtag on the board? And
I like the voice you just did.
And she was just like, oh my God. Like,
I've had kids ask me why it's on a phone.
They were like either third or fifth grade. But like, really? Like you don't, I'm sorry.
It's just a different world. I mean, I had a kid once who found a floppy disk, and he said, "Look,
Not expecting that.
a prehistoric flash drive."
But that
And
he's
now,
not wrong.
And that was his
wrong.
words for it. No, he's not. But
Is he trying to be funny?
No, I think that's really like what he thought it was called. He was like, "Look, I've seen one of these. It's a prehistoric flash drive." And like, first of all, prehistoric being the 90s, okay. I mean, I think the 90s were pretty awesome.
Last time I saw this was in a picture with a triceratops.
The Cretaceous
that just
period.
reminded me. Did either of you watch Sesame Street?
As a kid?
Not religious. Not religious.
I watched it as a
Did you
kid.
ever see like the episodes where they have like the computers and like the floppy disks, and it was like
I don't remember, but the last time I watched it, I was
early
little.
in the 90s, and like personal computers were like just new, and you could just go out and buy them, and they had this whole big thing like, "It's my new personal computer. I'll come check it out." And they had like the floppy disk, like putting it in the thing, and they had this whole song. I don't know why. I just remember this.
They had a song.
I don't remember that, but that sounds epic.
That sounds amazing.
But it was like those IBM computers that were like
The big box ones.
The big ones.
I wasn't allowed.
It was educational.
Yes.
So
No, but I mean, like as a little kid, like I watched, the occasional Barney or Sesame Street. I was a reading Rainbow girl all the way.
Oh yes.
But I mean, after that, my parents think, I'm glad they did this now, but like, as a kid, you're like, I want to watch TV, but like they limited screen time, which studies have shown is like really, really important now. Like they're saying that kids under 5 should not have more than an hour of screen time a day. Okay. And kids under 3 should not have any screen time.
Well, an iPad is not a babysitter.
You see them like with their little things, even out at restaurants, which goes back to what I said earlier. Yeah. Little Johnny's upset, so mommy gives him the phone to play with and shuts him up. It's like, teach your kids.
Get a real toy. Go outside.
Yeah. They should learn table manners by the time they're like 5.
And nobody goes outside anymore. It's so
sad. I was just going to say that. Our generation was probably the last generation that, quote unquote, went outside and
Although,
played.
I'm going to make my kids do it.
But now, they all are just the little kids. Yes, they play, but it's like structured.
They're not as imaginative.
Yeah, or they play video games. That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, video games, like, they're not terrible because they do, like, teach you some, like, different ideas.
If it's just blowing up things, then I don't see how it's...
Well, violent ones, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, kids are not creative anymore. No. Like, I've had issues teaching writing classes.
That's another one.
And it's like, no, you can come up with anything you want. Like, you can make up a story. They're like, but I don't know the story. What's the story? I didn't watch it anywhere.
I had a kid ask me how to use his imagination.
Like, they don't know because they haven't used their imagination. And when we were kids, I mean, maybe this is just us, like, people, like, maybe this is just, like, our, like, nerd culture. Right. But, I don't know. I had all these, like, fun things that I did when I was a kid that were just things I made up. I mean, I know you did, too. And yeah, I mean...
I'm always daydreaming. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wrote songs when I was a kid a little bit.
Crystal, Fred, and Speed.
Yeah, Kay had a pretend TV network with her brothers where they were superheroes named Crystal, Fred, and Speed.
Yep.
And you were Crystal, and you could shoot crystals out of your hand.
I could.
That's awesome.
And Speed ran around really fast, and Fred did nothing.
First, Incredibles.
We were the first Incredibles. We also made up Spy Kids first, by the way.
Huh, there you go.
And the Saffersons. Shout out to my Virginia friends. We had Spy Kids videos well before Spy Kids became a thing, and we were really mad.
So that's very cool.
That's why you patent everything.
You do. If you come up with something, listeners, if you invented something, get a patent on that. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't have quite as much of, like...
Go for it. Kayla is currently dunking her pizza into the Blue Ranch dip.
Yes.
Blue cheese dip, whatever.
So, blue cheese. We have blue cheese and ranch, so it's two different things, but you combine them. Anyway, what was I was on the topic about something.
Imagination and...
Imagination, yeah. So, I mean, I didn't have quite as elaborate as, like, a TV network as you did, but I think that's so awesome that you guys did that.
Yeah, you could all do it together.
I had like, made-up programs that I, like, in my mind decided I was, like, the director of. I made a summer camp, and I think I was, like, 7 years old.
Ice cream sandwiches. Tell the ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, my God, okay. So I was, like, maybe 7 years old, and I decided I was going to make up my own summer camp because I could do better than the summer camp that I was going to. So I would, like, create all of these events for us to do, and I had permission slips and everything. And really, it was like 3 kids in my neighborhood who did it, and it amounted to, like, sing a song and run through the sprinklers. And most of the people were like, what? But I mean, I made a summer camp. That's another story. I have too many stories in my head. Hold on a second. Okay. So the ice cream sandwiches, I'll do that first, and then I also made another thing that I'll talk about in a second. So ice cream sandwiches. Apparently, I don't remember this, but my mother loves to tell this story. That when I was about that age, I decided that we needed ice cream sandwiches for the summer camp. And I decided that I could make my own instead of, like, because we didn't have any ice cream sandwiches. So I took out, like, 2 pieces of rye bread and, like, scooped some vanilla ice cream in the middle of the rye bread and, like, smushed it together. And she came inside. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, ice cream sandwiches. Duh.
How old were you?
7, maybe.
That's funny.
That's
adorable.
I was small. I was, like, old enough to organize things in my head, but I was small. I don't really remember it very well. So I was small enough that I don't really remember it. My other thing I made when I was a kid is I had a newsletter that I wrote once a month from the time I was in 4th grade to 7th grade. Then I, puberty and middle school and drama, stopped doing it. But I wrote a newsletter where I would talk about things that were happening in the world. I would talk about things that were happening in my life, my opinions on things. I had, like, this whole big thing. I had a staff. I had people who worked for me.
Wow.
So, like, my friends, I was like, you're the person who writes articles about movies. And you're the person who writes... I think I had a Beanie Baby person. Like, you write about the newest Beanie Baby. Because, obviously, the 90s.
Yeah. Hashtag priorities.
Of course. But there was no hashtag in the 90s. So
I know.
I
was just interjecting some current culture.
Excellent.
Hashtag fads. Hashtag actually not worth anything.
Right? I know. Weren't they supposed to be worth something?
Yeah, you ever see those... Sorry. Articles on BuzzFeed or whatever, I think Facebook, like, what the 90s toys are worth now. Like, if you still have your Cabbage Patch doll and it's in good shape, you can make a lot of money off that.
I have American Girl dolls in good shape.
Yeah, and, like, Furbies and Tamagotchi.
I think I have a Furby.
And...
My Tamagotchi died, so...
Yeah, my Tamagotchi's dead, but I think I have a Furby.
And what else? Oh, like, Game Boy Pockets.
I had a Game Boy.
What is it, that skip it, bop it, twist it thing?
I used to have one of those.
Pop it.
Twist it.
Pull it.
Oh, and the Skip It. Remember the Skip It?
Yeah, I remember the Skip It's.
Yeah, no, but I had that whole, like, I organized a whole newsletter thing when I was a little kid, and
That's really cool.
one time I had an award ceremony for it, for the people who wrote the most articles.
I just shot crystals out of my hands. She did a whole newspaper.
I feel so, like, wow, I cannot compete with you two.
I have them in a binder somewhere. We'll have to go through them.
I don't think I did anything that I'm trying to
But
think.
this is, like, imagination. Like, we're talking imagination as
Yeah.
kids. And I was like, I'm the editor-in-chief. And I have all my staff that works for me, and I had this whole award ceremony where I actually went to a trophy store. My dad took me and got medals actually engraved. They were real. They were metal. And they had the person's name, and it was like, first place for writing the most articles for my newsletter this year.
Way to go, Bob.
He does it up. He does
amazing.
not let things go low quality. He has taste. The man has taste. I will say that, definitely. So we got medals, and I did like an award ceremony where I had like, this person wrote these articles, and they were such an important contribution. I think I was in 5th grade when I did this. And the first place winner and the second place winner, and they all had medals, and yeah. So that was my being a nerd as a kid.
I'm trying to think what the nerdiest thing I did was. I'm coming up short. I mean, I know I definitely played, like, make-believe with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I used to pretend that I had 2 American Girl dolls, Molly and Josefina, and I used to pretend that they were my sisters, because, you know, I'm an only child, so I was really good with, like, making up scenarios, like, just, like, everyday things, like, I would make us fight, and then I would make us, like, you know, all, like, play cards, or...
You would make each other fight?
Yeah, or no, I would, because I didn't have that, like... You know,
Fighting with a sibling.
Meanwhile, Chelsea, you're like, oh my god.
I'm like, shut up.
And I
You're being obnoxious.
I remember,
Actually, yeah.
dressing them and everything, and I had different clothes for them, and I had like bunk beds and everything. Not all the American Girl doll stuff, because that was because that was expensive. But you know, they had their own. We have an alcove in the upstairs of our room, like at the end in our house at the end of the hall, and so they had their own little room. No, at the end of the hallway. There's
Okay, yeah.
I think I had like an armoire for my American Girl dolls.
Yeah,
like
I
for
did
all
too.
of their clothes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they were my sisters, and I feel like really close to them as a result of that. Like they're packed away in the attic, but I'll never part with them. Like if I have kids, like I'll pass them down. Like I don't know, because I have like fond memories with that.
Yeah.
But even though I didn't have siblings, like I had a bunch of cousins my age, but they were, you know, boys. So I grew up as like a tomboy. So we're out like
Represent.
yeah,
Hey, you know, nothing
like
wrong with
playing like, you know, kickball or soccer, or we were, you know, just getting into trouble or whatever. Just, you know, I was definitely not a prissy little girl.
I think that the best and worst thing my brothers and I ever decided to, like, emulate in our imaginary games was, if anybody's ever seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, it's with Kevin Costner, and there's a scene in it when they're fighting over a river with these huge sticks, and, like, they're stick fighting. Like, not, like, stick fighting, like, pretending a stick is a sword. They're literally, like, taking, like, these, like, huge branches and, like, fighting, like, they're Darth Maul in Star Wars Phantom Menace. And Cameron, Marcus, and I just thought that was the greatest thing ever. And the number of times we had splinters in our hands because someone would, like, smash someone's finger by accident. Also, the number of times someone fell in the brook in this backyard.
Yeah, well.
Like, yeah, but, I mean, I was going to say that was the best and worst thing for us because all of us wanted to be Robin Hood. Who doesn't want to be Robin Hood? Obviously.
So I have a pool in my backyard, and we got it when I was 5. And me and my best friend used to play games like in the pool. We would play Little Mermaid, and we would play like Pocahontas.
You play Baywatch, I play Baywatch.
No, I'm talking about like, oh my god. Okay, let's keep this G-rated. No, I'm kidding.
Not like running on the beach in a sexy way, like rescuing
I'm
people.
picturing like Pamela Anderson, like no.
No, God.
No, I was just gonna say like this is when we were like really young, like 5 or 6, and we would argue over. This is my best friend who were like sisters. We would argue literally over who got to be Ariel or Pocahontas. And it would go on for like 5 or 10 minutes and be like, well, I'm older, so I get to be it. We're at my house. Or I have longer hair, so I'm Pocahontas. Like, it was, like, really intense. But it was really cute, though.
Hopefully, listeners get to listen to Joanna when she comes in. Hopefully, she'll come tonight. I'm not sure if she's going to stop by. She's going to try. But Joanna is...
We'll have her on another one if we don't have her on today.
Yeah. I always say my best friend since the womb. Our parents were friends in high school. Mm-hmm. This is what happens, like, with, like, small towns and everything. Mm. But to your point of the characters, Joanna and I just had a way of doing this where, like, I think it's because, like, I like being diplomatic, but... Like, if we were playing Anastasia, then one of us would be Anastasia and one of us would be Anya. Mm-hmm. And I know that it's the same person, but we would just both be the same thing. Or, like, if someone was being Belle, someone would be Belle and someone would be Beauty. And I know it's the same thing, but it's how we handled it. And, like,
smart.
It would just be like, okay, you take on these personality traits and I'll take on these, and that's what we're going to be. So,
very diplomatic.
I mean, we didn't really, like, fight, just to clarify. We just, like, bickered for a few minutes, and then we took turns. I mean, it was
Yeah, you take turns, but that we like split the character in half, which
I like it.
You know,
like it a lot.
I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it.
And we randomly burst into songs.
Told you the songs were coming.
The Red Sox at the A's.
What happened with the Red Sox?
I get notifications for sports on my phone, so it tells me if the Bruins are winning, if the Sox are winning.
Oh, are they playing tonight?
Bruins?
Yeah.
Not that I know of, no. But that Red
They're
Sox
winning
are.
The series, though, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Good.
That's
They're
right,
playing
bees.
Colorado, right?
Woo! Go Boston sports teams.
I gotta respect the Boston sports teams, definitely. Like, I mean, I live in, like, Yankee territory, but you gotta respect them.
Thank you. We've had this conversation before.
We have.
I don't really follow
I had this earlier
baseball.
today. Yeah. You know what? I'm not a huge person for, like, following sports on TV. I love going to games, and if I'm there, it's so much fun. But I'm not a huge person for following sports on TV. That said, I like baseball more than the other ones, I think.
I will watch the hell out of the Olympics, though.
Yes.
On TV.
Yes, I recorded all of the Olympics.
Summer and winter.
Bingley loves ice dancing. Bingley is my cat. And with ice dancing, he was riveted, and he would, like, meow at the TV. It was great. He's just such a fun character.
I still don't understand, like, the biathletes who were able to, like, it's like cross-country skiing, so you're completely out of breath and can hardly, like, breathe anymore, and now shoot a target. I'm like, the fact that you can do that with any accuracy, I'm just like, whoa.
I'd be dead.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, this is just all reminding me, speaking of Olympic stuff. So there was that whole weird spin-off show this year during the Olympics that was like The Bachelor Winter Games, where it was like people from The Bachelor pretending they were on the Olympics.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh, yeah, no, it was...
I didn't watch it.
My only thing I have to say about that, I mean, you know,
I don't do reality.
It's a Bachelor. That's like the only, that's like my one, that's like my one guilty pleasure, like the Bachelor stuff. With reality, I don't watch any other reality. But the thing with that is, like, I mean, okay, yeah, it's them being dumb and falling over on skis and stuff. But I have to say, I love that they shot it in Manchester, Vermont.
Manchester!
We love Manchester, Vermont. My family has a house up there, and it's just such a beautiful little town.
Crash at their family's house.
Oh, it's amazing.
We spent New Year's there.
It's great. We love Manchester, and I'm so happy that they got publicity. Yeah. You know, they had kids from the town, like, singing at their little ceremonies, so I'm just really happy for Manchester that Bachelor decided to film their little pretend Olympics in Manchester.
Yeah.
So shout out to Manchester. Woo!
Yes. Shout out to all the ski towns that have, like, excellent bookstores and coffee shops and restaurants and diners. Like, just shout outs.
Bookstores, coffee, that's all you need.
And I still need to learn how to skate.
Yes.
Because I went there with them. And for New Year's, me and our other friend, Kelly, she also has never skied before. So we decided, we'll go, because Chelsea invited us. And, you know, we'll go we'll take on the bunny slopes together. And we'll learn, and they can go off and do their thing, and then, like, we'll meet up. But it was so freaking cold.
Like negative temperatures.
Like, yeah.
Like, it wasn't safe to be outside.
I think the part of the mountain was even closed for a couple of days. So, we didn't even get to even put on a pair of skis or anything. I mean, we had fun doing other
You
stuff.
will. I mean, we did fun.
But we'll do it hopefully another time.
Only really big idiots go on the mountain, like me.
She did go.
I did go. I went with your dad.
You always go with my dad.
Not that Bob is an idiot. Bob's wicked smart. He just, did something for me. He, went on the mountain because I wanted to go with someone.
Yeah.
Well,
but
because
if
you're
you weren't
his...
there, I don't think he was going to
No,
go.
he wasn't going to.
Because you're his buddy.
Yeah, Bob's my buddy.
You know, you guys have this
also
bond.
a safety thing. He wouldn't let you go by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you have a better bond with my dad.
Well, he's Aragorn and I'm Tiriel of the mountain.
Sure.
Lord of the Rings, guys. Lord of the Rings.
Of course.
And The Hobbit.
Well, Turiel is
Tiriel's a made-up character,
she's
though.
just from the movie.
Yeah. From the Hobbit franchise.
Yeah, the Hobbit movie. Well, Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of good stuff there.
For Gondor. For Frodo.
You know what we should... I am an Aries.
Oh.
I'm a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus.
And...
Spring babies.
So, I am...
Ooh.
Yeah, spring babies, but... So let's now talk about these qualities. So I am... Segue!
I love segues.
Yeah, me too.
I am an
like
Aries
Yes, I love the
through
spelling.
and through. Good and bad.
Yeah.
But, so you're Taurus.
We're
so
Taurus.
We're both
Um,
Taurus. Yeah,
Stubborn.
definitely.
Loyal. Passionate.
Oh, Aries is known for passion, too. And I think that's true.
Fiery bunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although we're Earth,
I'm a
we're
fire...
not sign.
We're an
Aries...
Earth sign.
I used to think we were a fire sign,
No.
actually. I realized that recently. I used to think Taurus was fire, but we are Earth,
Your
actually.
Earth, Aries is fire sign, and
Aries
that's
is
really
fire.
good because that explains either of you have never really seen me pissed off, really mad, but I can go from 0 to 60 like that. Like if you get me really mad, or if you cross me, or watch out, I'm the ram.
Okay, I won't cross you.
No, well you wouldn't ever. It would be more like if someone was being mean to you, or I get very defensive.
But that's good. Standing up for your fence is a good thing.
I get demonized when someone tries to hurt my friends. On the subway that one time.
Anybody need a refill?
I'm still working on the rosé.
Rosé all day.
Opinions, I'm a Taurus. Let's look up Taurus
Okay, you look up Taurus, I'll look up Aries.
qualities. So here's the Taurus ones. Persistent,
Yeah.
patient, tough, focused, sensual, realistic, steady, loyal, generous, friendly, loving, reliable, tenacious, passionate. But can also be stubborn, rigid, jealous, resentful, possessive, spiteful, materialistic, inflexible, and lazy.
Lazy.
I have my lazy moments. I do.
No, I feel like that's true because I'm very, very dedicated to my job and I'm very type A, but then there are some days where I'm just I don't want to do nothing.
Yes.
And I'm totally content with it.
Yeah.
I'm totally this is okay. I live here now. It's
all good.
fine. It's like that dog in the fire meme that's this is fine.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite meme.
No, I definitely think I agree with a lot of the passionate, the
Right.
emotionally strong, persistent, focused, the driven kind of characteristics. The sensual, the loyal, the loving, friendly. I think those also, I agree with those. And yeah,
Okay.
I can be stubborn. Jealous,
I found
occasionally.
something else.
I don't see myself as a super jealous person.
No,
Neither
you're
do
not.
I.
But I can be very stubborn, and
Everyone has their moments.
Yeah.
and I can be lazy, definitely.
So, positive qualities of Aries: spontaneity, action orientation, courage, drive, enterprise, innovation, frankness. There goes my honesty.
Yeah.
And adventure orientation. Negative qualities of Aries: impatience, definitely, impetuousness, foolhardiness. That's an interesting one. Selfishness, vanity, pride, ego, ruthlessness, possessiveness, violence, and rashness.
This just took a turn for the worse.
Well,
So clearly I am the worst sign, but whatever.
You're
so my
not.
compatible signs are Leo, which is another fire sign,
I didn't look at my.
Signs.
Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. Then it lists famous,
I feel like I've never
famous
dated a
Aries
compatible sign, actually.
personalities, and I don't know any. Well, wait. Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler. Actually, today
Shut
is Adolf Hitler's birthday.
It's also National Pot Day.
Yes, it is, and anniversary of Columbine. It's not a great day, and I know this because
Al
my
Gore's
great
also
friend in
Aries.
high school,
Pod Day's not a
who
bad
I
thing.
haven't seen in forever and I need to catch up with, I had a really good friend in high school who today is her birthday, and I should reach out to her actually. Carly.
Carly.
Carly, Carly, hi, if you're listening, miss you. Haven't seen you in forever. We need to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and happy birthday, because we're recording this, not that this is going to be released today, but it is your birthday as we're recording this. She made me aware of all of those things. Okay, so everybody that I have ever been in a relationship with is a low compatibility for me.
What's up with ours?
Okay.
Ooh, I should check mine.
This says, okay, so Taurus compatibility with all the signs. Mm-hmm. Taurus and Aries is low. Taurus and Taurus is high. Taurus and Gemini, low. Taurus and Cancer, medium. Taurus and Leo, low. Taurus and Virgo, high. Taurus and Libra, low. Taurus and Scorpio, medium. Taurus and Sagittarius, low. Taurus and Capricorn, high. Taurus and Aquarius, low. And Taurus and Pisces, high. Yeah? You're dancing? Your boyfriend's a good compatibility sign for you?
Pisces.
He's a Pisces. Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I have anybody that I've ever been with pretty much, or at least gotten past a certain... Actually, no, I'm trying to look at all of these. Everybody's low. I mean, I don't know how much weight I have, I believe in this, but yeah. I'm not so great at picking astrological signs, but hopefully they are good people anyway.
I'm April 19th, which is the last
Yes, you are.
day of Aries.
So you're like pushing into Taurus a little.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I
you're
think
close,
I'm an Aries
yeah.
because I still
You are
think
an
that.
Aries, yeah.
But
But you're closer to Taurus than to Pisces.
yes, I think I'm definitely
Speaking
an Aries, but I think I do have like
I'm gonna
your
write happy
stubbornness
birthday on her Facebook.
and some of your other qualities.
Yeah. I'm April 28th. Mm-hmm. Listeners, I'm turning 30 on April 28th.
Woot woot! I was
Happy
29
30th.
yesterday.
What?
I was 29 yesterday.
Yes, I know.
So we are all 29 for the next week.
Wow.
Nice.
Word.
But Kay and I are almost 30.
I'm psyched.
I think the 30s are going to be great.
I'm actually, like, my next exciting milestone is going to be 33 because it's Larry Bird's number.
How old Jesus was?
What?
How old Jesus was?
33?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Love me some JC.
Oh my God.
I have water and wine here. You know, I try to be Christ-like.
You are. You're very Christ-like.
Sorry, we're not gonna go all religious in
We're
here.
actually not blasphemous, guys. Like, I go
No,
to
we
church.
really aren't.
Not really.
No, this is a podcast for all religions because we
We're very
love
accepting.
everybody. So yeah, no, I just because I have water and wine here, I just happen to, and I love my water and wine.
Now I have that song. But I don't know all the words to it.
Which one?
Which one?
Like, there's a part and it's like, the water and the wine.
Yeah.
Whatever tomorrow
Tomorrow brings, I'll be
There we
there
go.
with open arms and open eyes. Yeah.
There we go. How did this whole... We started with how technology is sucky for dating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so do
all
we
the
want to
way
wrap
here.
it full circle somehow?
Yeah, we could.
So technology might not be great for dating, but it is good because you can listen to us.
Wow.
But not while you're on a date.
Please do not listen to our podcast while you're on a date. If you like the person you're on a date with, I don't think they will appreciate it.
And please don't base all your relationships, friendships, family members on how your relationships are on the interweb, because that is not for real, guys.
Or your astrological
you're-
sign, because like I said, I have dated quite a number of people who are showing up as low compatibility.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Have fun. You know, it's probably bull anyway, so just don't worry about it.
Yeah, and even if you're like a Slytherin Sagittarius who is
In love with
who's a erudite
narcissist,
then I will still like you if you are kind to me and you'll talk to me.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Sapio Files. Next week, part 2 of our girls' night, where we dig into Harry Potter, life, and love. How are they all connected? See you back here next week. Stay curious.